Hi, Karen Curry Parker here with your weekly Human Design Evolution Report. I thought that I would film today live from Dinosaur National Monument in Utah. And the reason why I wanted to share this place with you, first of all, is, let me just show you, it's like crazy beautiful out here. If you love the desert, I don't know if you can see all that. It's quite remarkable. It's also a really interesting place because here we have this huge collection of the history of the world and a story of the world, and it's a really good place to talk about the energy for this week, because this week we are finally starting to come out of the cosmic goo. We have literally, and I know I've been talking about this for weeks and months now, but we have literally just been in this push me, pull you, 2 steps forward, 5 steps back kind of energy that has given us a lot of frustration, a lot of anxiety. If you haven't understood what's been going on, it certainly has the potential to have been a very frustrating, immobilizing, surprising, intense kind of time. And you know, the purpose of this time has been to really encourage us to go on a deep introspective journey, a journey to really redefine for yourself the story of who you are and everything that means for you and your life and what you're choosing to create. Now, we're still in some of it. There is so much energy transiting right now that is about inspiration and ideas, but we've really gotten to a place where things are starting slowly to move forward. And certainly in the last couple of weeks, you maybe have felt a certain lightening of the momentum. But I'm just going to add this caveat: as we sort of started to get some momentum, we kind of came out of the darkness with a giant bang. And so the last couple of weeks, even though we've had momentum, it's been intense and uncomfortable and has pushed us into extreme places where we've had to really look at who are we and what's our definition of what we're creating, and what do we really want to be creating in the world, and how do we navigate through times of really explosive intensity and really big change. So the intensity of that cycle we've been in for the last couple of weeks, as we sort of came out of the darkness, has really softened. And what you're going to find in the month of July especially is that there's a stillness now that's followed this intensity. We've had this darkness, we've had this explosive reemergence, and now we're in this cycle where things are quieter. Things are really going to give us incentive and power and energy to begin things, to start things new. Everything you've been dreaming about, everything you've been working on. This is a cycle of really planting the seeds that are going to lead to the harvest that we'll be generating and collecting for the rest of the year. So we have a lot of energy this week about new beginnings. It's a really great time for revolutionizing your life, for taking the steps necessary to get things started. That being said, I'm going to add a little gentle caveat. Let the universe show you what needs to be started. You don't have to figure it out. And if you've been struggling to try to figure out what's my next step, where should I go, how should I create something new, what do I need to create, what I want you to think about is that there is a perfect plan. You're actually designed. You have a magnet in your heart that's actually designed to align you with the unfolding of this perfect plan. The only thing that keeps us from this plan is our resistance to the plan, or the idea that we need to figure it out with our heads. So this week, as the cycle of new beginnings begins, I want you to pay attention to the clues, the details, the things that are showing up in your reality, and really allow yourself to dance dance as in partnership with what the universe shows you and what the universe brings to you. Now, that being said, mindset still continues to play a really important role. If you get an idea and an inspiration and you don't know how to make it happen, don't get stuck in thinking or get stuck in the how. You're not here to figure out the how this week. This week you're here to follow the clues and take initiating steps into what's right for you, what feels good, what feels correct. As I said, the theme this week is momentum, but the momentum that you take is up to you depending on your mindset. So it can be powerful and positive and juicy and delicious and really exciting, and the beginning of the culmination of everything you've been dreaming of all year, or it can be frustrating and despairing and angering and bittering and all of those things too, if you're not staying in a place of positive expectation and allowing the bigger solutions to show up. I know this all sounds airy-fairy and kind of woo-woo, and okay, but how do we get practical with it? Here's how you get practical with it. Make a list of any idea you have this week. In fact, this is a good policy to have in general. Make a list of any great idea you have, any inspiration you have. The ones that really excite you, the ones that really turn you on. Wait and see what clues you get to get started on the next step. You will get clues. And in the meantime, if you don't think you have any clues, then go enjoy the idea and play with it. Go try the idea on and see what it feels like. Go to Barnes & Noble and go research, in the book section, what would that idea look like? Go to the internet and play with the idea. Enjoy the ideas. I think we don't enjoy our ideas and we don't enjoy our inspirations because we think we have to figure it out. You don't have to figure it out. Your only job is to stay present to the questions that inspirations bring us. Stay present to, what would it take for this to be a possibility in my life? What would it take for this to be my reality? What would it take for me to have this as part of my truth? What needs to be released or healed for me to fully activate whatever it is that you want in your life? Stay present to questionings. When we look at the mechanics of how prayer works in human design, we pray through questions. We don't pray through affirmations. We don't pray through answers. We don't have the answers. We're here to dance with what answers get delivered to us. So this week, play with the questions. What do you want to know? What's possible for yourself? Think about what you can be creating and enjoy the ideas. Enjoy the inspiration. Don't beat yourself up because you can't figure out the how. There's a bigger how there that's available to you that's way bigger than your brain. And if you can just sit back and let it unfold in a joyful, peaceful way, you will begin to rewrite the story of what you're living right now. You will be able to take everything that we've gone through in the last few months and really bring it forth into a new form, a new story, a new era in the story of who you are. So don't be a dinosaur. Don't get stuck in old thoughts. Don't get stuck and fossilized in a story that isn't part of your reality anymore. Set yourself free, chisel yourself out from your fossilized imprisonment, and allow yourself to stay open to the possibilities and have a wonderful week. It's going to be a great month. We got a lot going on this month that's going to be good and positive and juicy. So take care of yourselves and just have fun being inspired.